Absolutely nobody. Life isn't great as it seems. You're living my wildest dream. You're counting my money in green. I got money in
What's up, YouTube? So as you can see, I got the new exhaust in. I decided to go with the Tanabe touring medallion just because I was gonna get the Apex World Sport 2 catback, the same exhaust I originally had when I case swapped my car. But the only reason I really went with the Tanabe was because it was $100 cheaper. So why not save the $100? It's still rated at 93 decibels, just like the World Sport 2. So I'm not really losing out here. It's pretty much the same. There's very tiny differences, like there's a different thermal coat on the Apex World Sport 2. The resonator is slightly bigger, but the Tanabe has a slightly bigger muffler. But at the end of the day, they still produce a real quiet, smooth sound. It's a 100% bolt-on exhaust, and it's made in Japan. I'm good with that. So I'm gonna get that thing thrown on today, and get the car back quiet again, and finally enjoy a little bit of peace. Before I get to the install, let me sort of break down why I'm choosing to use a 60mm exhaust on a K-Series when a 76mm or 3-inch exhaust has been proven to be the most power-producing exhaust for a K-Series. My thing is, when I first did my swap, I didn't really care about maximum power or anything like that. I still don't care about that now. So riding around with such a loud exhaust and everything like that wasn't really ideal for me specifically, just because I don't like the extra noise. I thought back in the days, you know, I kind of humbled myself and thought about it. And when I first swapped my car, the very first dyno session I had, no, even before that, the first base map I uploaded on my car, and the first night I went out driving it, I was in love with the car. I loved how it performed. Once I finally got on the dyno, my baseline dyno run only made 200 horsepower. I was totally happy with the car. I loved the way it felt. I loved the way it sounded. After that first dyno session, the tune brought me up to 220. I was more than happy with the car, and that was with a super quiet exhaust. So over time, I stuck with that exhaust, and then I started doing some testing and stuff like that. Once I finally did the test where I wanted to see the amount of power that the smaller exhaust was actually holding back, the power that was unleashed was so dramatic that I decided to continue the testing with the larger exhaust and do other mods from that point. I really changed out that exhaust just to provide more information, more usable information for everybody out there. So all the ungrateful people and things like that just kind of made it was stupid. It felt unworthwhile. And at the end of the day, I didn't have my car set up the way that I actually wanted it. So that's what I'm going back to. Back to my original plans. I wanted it to be quiet, whether it feels holding back power or not. I wanted it to have its little bling effect to it and whatnot. And it makes plenty of power, you know, so I'm good with that. If it brings me down quite a bit, that's still fine. It's still way more power than I first started with. So there's no way I'm not going to be happy with the car. I know several people tried to suggest to me that I should run another 3-inch exhaust, but that's just not what I want.
It is a great mistake to confuse it with nothingness. It is rather to be thought of as space, or like space, because space is not empty. It contains the whole universe. And so in the same way, the state of mind of the person who is truly enlightened is not empty. It contains everything.
keeping in mind that there is still a hole in the exhaust, well, between the two pipes, that's considerably quiet. Especially that I can sit here and talk in a normal voice while I record a video. Normally when it's idling, I have to like yell at everybody or yell at the phone while I'm trying to record. That made a dramatic difference with the hole still in it. So you can imagine what it'll be like once I get that patched up to where it's an actual complete exhaust system. Should be nice and quiet. I mean, you can hear birds chirping. I think that's a good sign. I think my neighbors will be happy now. That slight opening gives it a little mean sound though. But yeah, it's almost to where I really want it. So close. Hey, I got in touch with a shop called Ripley's Total Car Care, something like that. And they got one of the flanges that I need welded onto a piece of test pipe so I can finish up the exhaust, so I can close up the little gap between the header and the exhaust itself. It's literally this long. I mean, this is only like barely 3 inches or so in length. I just need to put another flange on the other end, another 3-bolt flange, how this one is right here. And then I could bolt it to the header and to the exhaust. Everything will be buttoned up. So let me head out there and get this thing done. I got cold. Oh yeah, that's way more calm than before. And that's a high idle too. Yeah, high for me. I still need to adjust my idle. I should be idling around like 1,000 or 1,000 and 1,100, kind of jumps back and forth. But man, that's way more quiet than before. That's a lot better, especially for having a high idle. That's what I wanted. And I'm in a garage right now, so you know it's echoing and it's more loud than it actually sounds. That's good stuff. I'm happy with that. The valve train noise sounds louder than the exhaust. I think my neighbors are going to be real happy about it. They're going to sleep a lot better, I know that. Oh man, that's stupid quiet now. That's exactly what I wanted and needed. Now you guys see what I was talking about.
It is a great mistake to confuse it with nothingness. It is rather to be thought of as space, or like space, because space is not empty. It contains the whole universe.